What's up, Lexi Mob? It's Alexiana. Welcome back to my channel. Now, I'm coming at y'all today with a story time. And in today's story time, I'm going to be telling y'all a little story about how I lost my virginity to a certain football player I went to school with. Now, when I tell this story, I gotta be careful as to what I say and how I describe this person because he is a DL trade and stuff like that. And I'm not gonna say too much because people that I went to school with and stuff like that, or people that watch this video, might be able to put two and two together and find out who this is. So I'm just pretty much gonna skate around with things that I say and whatnot. So let's get into it. Okay, so we're gonna rewind back to 2018. This is around the time I first came out the closet. And when I first came out the closet, I got a lot of support because a lot of people already knew that I was gay, but was waiting on the confirmation for me. They got it, and I got a lot of support from it and whatnot. And when I first came out the closet, my first initial instinct wasn't to bust it wide open and have niggas fuck me left and right and stuff like that. That wasn't my first intention. Like, my first intention is so that when I first came out of the closet, I was trying to be booed up. I was trying to have me a man and whatnot. And I remember I went on this app called POF, Plenty of Fish, which, if you ask me, it's a dating website for everybody. Everybody. For gay men, gay women, straight men, straight women, hell, even trans men, trans women. Like, it's a dating app for everyone. And I came across some good guys on that app, some bad guys, some fuck boys, like this, that, and the third. Like, I came across two guys, not at the same time, but at different times, two guys that could possibly be my love interest, but stuff went left instantly and it didn't work out and stuff like that. So, yeah. So, this is around the time I was working at an underwear factory. And the guy that I went to school with and stuff like that, like I said, he was one of the football players. We're just going to call him football player because I'm not fixing to give him a name and stuff like that. We're just going to call him football player and stuff like that. And all I'm going to say about him is he was a heavy set dude. That's all I'm going to say. Do with that what you want. He was a heavy set dude. He played football. That's all I'm going to say. Because there's a lot of heavy set football players I went to school with. Like, yeah. So, yeah, he was a heavy-set dude and whatnot. And I remember off and on, let's just say if I get a break to check my phone, or let's say I go to break and stuff like that to check my phone and stuff like that. Again, this is around the time I was working at the underwear factory. He just used to message me on Facebook and stuff, just stuff like, A, like A-Y-E, like A, or what you doing, this, that, and the third. And I just used to be like, I'm fine. What about you? And we'll just have like little conversations like that and whatnot. And I remember we was talking aside that we exchanged numbers and whatnot. And I remember it had came, he wanted to link up. And I had came up with the idea of stuff like that, let's link up at a motel somewhere in Sylvester and stuff like that. We had linked up at the Sylvester Inn. And yeah, I remember he wanted to link up and stuff, so I was like, okay, cool, like, we can link up at the Sylvester Inn and stuff like that. And I think this is a Friday. I remember I had got paid that day and stuff like that. And, I went down to the Sylvester Inn. It was at nighttime. I went down to the Sylvester Inn and stuff like that. And, I paid for the room, and I just, made myself comfortable and waited for him to show up. And I remember, I waited and I waited and I waited. I was getting impatient. I remember I was constantly just looking out the blinds to see if he was coming or maybe he stood me up, this, that, and the third. But he didn't. And lo and behold, I remember he had came through and stuff like that at the hotel room and stuff like that. And he smiled at me. I was smiling at him. He was like, hey, how you doing? This, that, and the third. And, we exchanged hugs and stuff like that. And I'm sorry to be laughing, but oh my god, this shit's gonna get funny as hell. Let's get right into it. Okay. So I remember, we was chatting a little bit. This motherfucker had took off his clothes. Okay, I'm all about positivity on this channel and stuff like that, but I'm not here to fat shame or anything like that. Like, I'm not here to fat shame or belittle anybody. I'm all about positivity on this channel, but I just gotta get this off my chest. So I remember he took off his clothes and stuff like that. He started kissing on me and shit like that. And it felt good, I guess. This was my first time coming out the closet, losing my virginity and stuff like that. I was pretty much a newbie at what was going on and stuff like that. Then it came time for him to put it in. And before that and stuff like that, I remember I had gave him head. Girl, when I tell you that motherfucker thing wasn't as big as my damn pinky finger, that shit was so fucking little. Imagine a burnt ass sausage. That's what that shit looked like. I can't. But I sucked it and stuff like that in a couple of minutes. He got hard whatsoever. And like I said, this round time first came out of closet, so I was a newbie as to what was going on. Then it came time for him to put it in. This way before I knew about lubricant and stuff like that. And he put it in raw without no lubrication and stuff like that. And let me tell you, that shit hurt though. But it felt good at the same time. And when it came time for him to fuck me and stuff like that, bitch, imagine a goddamn 400-pound hog on top of you humping you, honey. That's what that shit felt like, girl. A goddamn 400-pound hog on top of my ass. And when I tell you when he was on top of me, trying to work it and stuff like that, trying to bang down, flip it, and reverse it, like, it took everything within me not to bust out laughing because it was comical as hell. Like, nigga, you think you're doing something special? Like, what are you doing? Like, the fuck? I swear, like I said, it was like a damn 400-pound hog on top of you fucking you. That's what that shit felt like. Like I said, I'm about positivity on this channel. I don't believe in fat shaming. I don't believe in belittling people. But this story was just comical as hell. I need to come over here and tell y'all, okay? I need to come over here and tell y'all this story. So, yeah, he nutted and stuff like that. He cleaned himself up. I cleaned myself up and stuff like that. And, we had, like, a little intimate conversation. He basically told me what a lot of DL guys tell me, like, don't tell nobody, this strictly between us. And I said, trust me, I'm not going to say anything like, your secret's safe with me, like, my lips are sealed, this, that, and the third. And I remember he told me that, he don't have any kind of STD whatsoever and stuff like that. And, he don't have HIV or anything like that because he had said, like, he stays protected. And he had said that at the time he was going to Albany State and stuff like that, and he had said that I remember, yeah, he told me that he don't have no kind of STDs or anything like that. He said he doesn't have HIV or anything because I remember he said at the time he was going to Albany State and he said they give out free HIV tests and stuff like that, and he said he passed them every time and he stayed protected, this, that, and the third. And yeah, like he had told me, like a lot of DL guys tell me, don't tell nobody, this strictly between us. And I tell them what I tell a lot of DL guys, your secret's safe with me, I'm not going to say anything. And yeah, because he said, his family is deeply religious, and yeah, that wouldn't end well and stuff like that. So yeah, I remember I had left and stuff like that, and he stayed behind and stuff like that because it wouldn't look right if we left the hotel room together and stuff like that. And I remember I drove home. I was living with my parents at the time. I drove home, went to bed, and that was that. So yeah, that's how I lost my virginity. It was kind of comical as hell because Buddy didn't know what the hell he was doing. He thought he was working his magic, but he wasn't. So yeah, that's just about it for this video. Like always, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. You want to become part of the Lexi Mob. I'm going to insert my social media handles over here as well in the description box down below, so feel free to add and follow me on those. So until next time, peace out. Biatch.